Okay, I'm live. I'll talk to you in a little bit. All right, bye bye. Hello, 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 hello. Today I'm going to be fixing some baked beans, and I thought I'd just bring you along with me. I've got about 4.5 pounds of hamburger with ground chuck, and I'm using Bush vegetarian baked beans. I don't eat this much. I had gastric bypass, but anyhow, my niece loves my baked beans. So when I fix them, I have to fix them for her as well. And we're going to do the prep and all. So I'm going to take you along on the journey with me. Uh, so I'm going to go ahead and open up my beans while my hamburger's frying. It's scrambled up. How's y'all's day going? Everybody having a good day? I've got a yellow onion I'm going to be adding to this. I've got a an orange pepper I'm going to add to it, and a red pepper I'm going to be adding to it. So you're going to see me do some prep work. And I've got some other ingredients I'm going to add to these beans, which makes them taste like heaven. My niece thinks nobody can fix these beans but her Aunt Tay Tay. That's what she calls me. She calls me Tay Tay. That's the name I get from all my nieces and nephews. I just thought I'd do something a little different today. Welcome. Hi, Storm. How are you? I know this is a lot, but trust me, she will eat these for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I promise you. She loves them. Not only her, but her daddy as well. Piece of paper in there. My hands are clean. I've got dishwater, fresh dishwater with dish detergent and bleach. I don't play that. Uh-oh. Okay. Hold on. I just cut my finger. Let me go get a Band-Aid. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Just a little tiny cut hurts worse than a big cut. You bleed to death. Burning my hamburger. I use ground chuck, that way there's no fat in it. And I don't have to drain it. Can you see it? This is my meat. I'm going to cut it off because it's done. I'm just going to let it sit there for a few minutes. I'm going to move my pan to the table. Get my big knife. Ta-da! Let me move you closer. Is everybody there? Stormy still there? Okay, I'm sorry. And then we're going to slice up some vegetables. I just sliced this round. This is not normally the way I slice them. How's everybody's day been? I hope it's been good. I've been out doing a little bit of running around, taking care of mom and dad. They're not feeling the greatest today. Please be sure and wash your vegetables off. You don't know how many people's done coughed on them at the store. And I hate having this big old Band-Aid on my finger. I couldn't get it to go on there right, but it was the only way I could get it on there, so please excuse me. Storm, what you been doing today? I will bring the pan back over here when I put all this together because I have some other ingredients that I'm going to put in to these beans. You can add as much pepper and onions as you like. My family tends to like a lot of peppers and onions. They like it when I fix the baked beans. When we have dinners, I already know that this is one of the ingredients, one of the things that I have to fix. that looks like a lot. And I know I didn't chop them up small, but once it's cooked, they'll cook down real tiny. But you got to remember, I'm cooking 3 cans. And it'll be so beautiful once I get it together. And I might have to add a 4th can. It just all depends. Let me read the comments. Hey, love. Hey, what beans are you using? Bush. I'm using Bush vegetarian beans. This is all I ever use. You are right. A paper cut hurts worse. Yes. How much just on the phone lining up doctor appointments? Okay. Not much. Just line up some doctor appointments. Yeah, they just changed my doctor appointment. I had tomorrow at 3 o'clock. They moved it to 1 o'clock. And then I got to work at 5 o'clock tomorrow. This will be so pretty. Storm, what's Rocket doing? He's barking like always. I got one that's falling behind me. She's wanting a pepper. Here. I declare she's almost human. She's right behind my feet. Next, I'm going to be cutting up my onion. And once I put all of that in there, you'll see how pretty it is. Sometimes I use just a green pepper, but I felt like making it festive looking today. I prefer to use the red and the green and the orange peppers because it gives it color. And it makes it look so pretty. That's my mess. How do y'all peel an onion? Y'all take the first layer off? I always do. Or however many layers I need to get rid of that old shell on the outside. And then I wash it down good. I have me a little scrap bowl sitting here to put all my scraps in so I don't have to keep running back and forth to the trash. Bam. You see I started making a mess, but the peel came off. Hold on, let me wash this off. Just gonna make sure I feel good. And we're just about finished. I'm gonna bring it over here and put all my other ingredients in it. And then it'll be ready for the oven. Bella, move. Move out of the kitchen. You can slice your onion however you want to. Your kitchen, your way. My kitchen, my way. Because you got to remember, these things are going to drop down and caramelize anyway. I don't want you to see it just yet until after I put everything together. And that's coming right up. Set it on the cutting board. Can you see it? You won't be able to see me, but you'll see the dish. There's the peppers, the onions, the beans. Is that not beautiful? Let me get the other ingredients. I'm going to need some more beans. Let me go get another pan. I wiped the tops of my cans off. And again, I'm using vegetarian Bush. Where's the camera at to get it right? Vegetarian baked beans. I might have to get my bigger pan out because I still got to put hamburger in this. But this wasn't enough. My niece will be so happy. She'll say, "Oh, Tay Tay made this just for me." One minute. If anything, I'll make 2 pans. Well, Aunt Bella, no, that's an onion. You can't have that. You can't have that. Let me wash my hands. Get back here. And sometimes I make a mess. I don't know my own strength sometimes. Mustard. I don't measure anything. I've been cooking for so long. I just go by eyeball because I know how to do it. My mom had us in the kitchen cooking when we were little girls. So I've been cooking a very long time. I think I started cooking when I was about 10 years old. Brown sugar. And we're just going to use all this brown sugar that's in this bag, which is probably, I would say, about a cup. And I probably just put about 3 tablespoons of mustard in here. But you do it to your liking. But I still got other ingredients to add. So I'm going to end up making 2 pans of baked beans. I have a little bit of roasted garlic, rosemary, and sea salt that I use. Then I come behind it with some garlic powder and some onion. Nope, that's not what I'm looking for. That wasn't enough of garlic, so I used more garlic powder. Then I'm going to use some brown sugar bourbon seasoning. One minute. then I'm going to stir it up. That's all I'm going to put in this because I still got to add hamburger. So I'm going to put part of it in this pan and I'll add hamburger between the two pans. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay. Well, I ended up putting more than half over in this pan, which is fine. I'll put hamburger in between the two because I have more than enough. Rubella. And then I just mix this up. And I put it in the oven and bake it on 350 for about 35 minutes. See, I actually can add another can of beans to this one now. And I think I will because I bought an extra can in here. Just because I know me when I get to cooking. I like to cook. I get in the mood to cook, I'll cook. Dang, I hope I didn't get none on my shirt. So we're gonna go ahead and set the oven to bake. 350. Start. Here's one pan. Isn't that beautiful? I put it in the oven now. And just because this pan is, I won't add no more. I'll leave this alone. I could add a can of beans to it, but I won't. I'm gonna leave it alone. Here's my second pan. Beautiful. We'll add it in the oven right beside of our other pan. Beautiful. Always clean up your mess as you go. Be a clean cook. That's the way I was brought up. Clean your mess up as you go. I don't have a whole lot of stuff to clean. Okay, now I just have a few dishes in the sink to wash. And I'm going to end this live and wash up my few dishes that I have in the sink. I'm going to end the live and wash up my few dishes that I have in the sink. And I'll be good to go. Thank you for joining. Let's see who's on here. Hey, Telly. Hey, Rob. How's everybody doing? You want to see what I just put in the oven? Did you ladies get to see it? Let me turn the light on in the oven. Two pans of baked beans. That's what I just cooked. I'll only eat maybe 1 cup. That's the rest of it's basically for my niece. She loves my baked beans. She'll eat them for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I'll put it in Ziploc bags and freeze it for her. Y'all want to hang out and talk while I wash up my dishes? See, I don't have but a few. Oh, you see my flowers? See, I don't have but a few dishes. I like to wash my dishes as I go. I put a little bit of bleach in my dishwater and some dish detergent. Help kill any germs and bacteria. So I don't have but a few dishes. I think it's safe to take this Band-Aid off now. I had cut my hand. Yes, it's really looking good too. I'm driving. Looks yummy. Thank you. Please post a pic at the end results. Okay, I will. I have to get Storm to show me how to do it. But yes, I will post a pic. I like to cook. I take it by spells, but I like to cook. I'm going to make a cake one day. A sour cream and lemon pound cake. From beginning to the end. Or either a 7-up pound cake. Because that's real simple. Yeah, that's real simple to make. I like baking cakes and sweet potato pies. Just trying to get my dishes washed up. My mama said that's the way you tell a good cook. She keep her kitchen clean. And I wash my forks and stuff so differently. I use a Brillo pad. Make sure you get all that food stuff in between the. Even though it's just me that's used it, I use it. I mean, you can take a hint from somebody else, not a hint, but a tip, and you may learn something. You never get too old to learn something. And this cutting board, see, it's getting clean. It's got bleach in this water. You disinfect it. But I won't let it stay wet. I'll dry it down in a little bit. This is my non-stick pan. I've had it for I don't know how many years, but she still looks good and works good for me. Uh-oh. Lord Jesus, I got my computer wet. Let me back y'all up. Take a towel and dry y'all off. Ooh, Lord, hot. I already had the dishes in the dish right now. I didn't put them away. So I'm just going to rinse these off. And I'll leave those in the sink. I'll go put this up. Okay, now, let me take a moment and read my comments. I thank you all for sticking around. Oh, it smells like heaven in here. Those beans and onions and peppers. Oh, smells so good. Okay. Let's see what's being said. Please post a pic at the end results. I will, Telly. Looks yummy. Thank you. Yes, it's really good too. I am driving, but I'm watching. Okay, but you be careful, baby. Do you make cheesecake? I haven't seen it done on here. No, I don't make cheesecake, but I can. You want me to make one? I can make a cheesecake. I don't like cheesecake, so who's going to eat it after I make it? I can give it to my mama. She loves cheesecake. Any particular kind of cheesecake? Is it strawberry or just a plain cheesecake or? And I love plants. Look at the one I got today. I'm going to plant it so it can have babies. I'm going to plant it today. She is beautiful. Let me see. Strawberry. Okay. I can make a strawberry cheesecake. I can do that maybe one day next week. I think I'm going to try to cook at least 2 to 3 days during the week. What I eat and stuff. Like I'm going to have a little bit of those baked beans. And I stopped at Ingles and I got some chicken wings. I'll eat maybe 1 or 2 of these wings and my mom and daddy eat the rest. Because like I said, I had gastric bypass, so I don't eat a whole lot. So I usually end up giving it away or it's just a waste. I think it would be different to make. I look forward to your videos, just subs. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. But I will make a strawberry cheesecake last week. Damn, I missed the live. Tiger, you didn't miss. You want to see the baked beans I just made, Tiger? Here, I'll let you see the baked beans I just made. I'll pull them out. Let me get the camera right. That's the baked beans I just made. Tiger, please go back and look at the beginning of the video. I was just on here just talking. Didn't know if anybody was going to be here or not. I knew it was just me and Storm. But I appreciate all y'all that come out and look and sub. I appreciate it. But I will make a cheesecake next week, a strawberry cheesecake next week. How long will it take it to bake beans and meat? The meat is already cooked. The beans, you just basically warming them up. So altogether, this is going to take about 30 minutes, 30, 35 minutes, and it'll be done because all you're doing is making the peppers and the onions soft. That's all you're doing. And you just want your juice from your beans to thicken up. That's all you're doing. And it'll be done. We stay on here, it'll be done in no time. And it tastes so good. Brown sugar, mustard. I put some garlic powder, some rosemary, garlic, sea salt, some brown sugar bourbon season in it. Oh, it is so good. Okay, cool and simple. I got to try it. Yes, very simple. Very simple. These are the beans that I use. Bush vegetarian beans. The brown sugar is what makes your juice in your beans thicken up. I'm finished with my housework and sitting here drinking cannabis green tea and watching Scooby-Doo. How are you doing today, goddesses? I'm doing good, baby. I'm doing good. I'm going to come back on live again today. I don't know what I'm going to do or what I'm going to talk about, but I'm going to come back live. I may take y'all with me outside while I plant this flower. I may plant it today. I may find something else I want to talk about later on. So, Tiger, you smoking some of that rosemary? Those are the best. Yes, these are the best beans. But that brown sugar just makes your juice in your beans thicken up. And you just want your vegetables and your beans to get soft. That's all you want it to do. I've taken them to a cookout, and I had them in a rotisserie pot. When I tell you they got gone, they got gone. People was putting them in solo cups and covering them with aluminum foil, taking them home. Said it was the best they've ever had. When my family has get-togethers, I already know that that's one of the things that I have to cook. Uh-oh. What happened? What happened? I don't know what happened. I thought I lost y'all. I know that's one of the things I have to cook. Wish I could go play in the dirt. We got hit with a winter storm last week and part of this week. So I have to wait. Okay. It's about 72, 73 degrees here. It's nice outside. It's really nice. Telly, do you like to cook? Since you want me to make a strawberry cheesecake? Yes, I like to cook. Okay, cool. Anybody like to bake cakes on here? From scratch? Okay, you like watching cooking videos? Well, I'll do some more cooking videos. There's other little simple things I can do. It doesn't take long to cook. Nah, I don't do sweets. Okay. I don't like sweets either, but I enjoy doing them. Since I have my gastric bypass, I don't enjoy it as much as I used to. Old man Winter's enjoying his time in Oregon and trying to stay. Well, come on to North Carolina then. I do. To tell us. Yeah, since I had my gastric bypass, I don't enjoy sweets like I used to. I don't even think about it. Well, I'll take that back. The only sweets that I enjoy is my Pepsi. That's it. I don't enjoy anything else. You have a sweet have a sweet tooth. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, my mama's going to enjoy getting that strawberry cheesecake. Now, my sister that lives in California, I mean in New York, she does cheesecakes. She used to make them for the restaurants and stuff. My bestie lives in North Carolina. Okay. Yeah, I live in North Carolina as well. The weather's nice. She tell you how nice the weather is here? Let me check the beans, baby. Hold on. See, they already boiling, so that's a good thing. They'll start boiling around the edges. And when they do that, that's letting you know. Now, this little pan that didn't have much in it won't take it long to cook at all. When it starts boiling around the edges, that's good. That's telling you you got your temperature and stuff right, and it won't take it long to cook at all. She's coming out here for my birthday for the first time. Yay, but I live most of my life on the East Coast and Midwest. I have no interest whatsoever to return to live. Okay. Well, I hope when she comes, y'all have a good time. When's your birthday? Oh, your birthday's in June too, right? June 6th, I think it was. Okay. Well, it's just right around the corner. Well, I hope y'all have a good time. And I hope by that time the weather's just right. I'm going to pull a pan out and let y'all see it. We'll do a lot of hiking, beach walking, and creative things. Okay, I like doing creative things and beach walking. Can't do too much hiking because of these legs. These knees won't allow it. I get shots in my knees every 3 months. I have a neuropathy in my legs, but as long as I'm on straight level land, I'm okay. We have a place up here called Rocky Face Mountain. It's beautiful, but I like to just go and take the dog and pack a lunch and just sit there and eat. They have picnic tables and stuff, and put the dog on her leash and just let her run. But most times she won't run. She won't go nowhere. She'll just lay there. She likes laying in the sun. Yeah, it does sound really nice. I'm going to take a pan out and let y'all look at it. Can y'all see it? That's one I just took out the oven. And I want to show you how your soup is supposed to be. See how it's thickening up? That's how your juice is supposed to be. And your vegetables are supposed to get real soft. This one's just about done because it doesn't have as much as the other pan does. I'll call my niece in a little bit and she'll be happy. She say, Tay Tay done that just for me. Because if you leave it in the oven too long, it'll burn. The brown sugar will burn. So about 30 minutes, 35 minutes is enough. So I actually could just turn the oven off and it would be fine. Because the oven is high enough. Well, it's on 350. Let me move it up 375. I mean 350. We'll get the other pan out. Woo, just got burned. And your vegetables, whatever color peppers you use, makes it look so pretty. But I mean, that's totally up to you. I use ground chuck so you don't have to worry about grease being in your fat, the grease being in your meat. So I use ground chuck. You stick it back in the oven. I didn't put this back in. Okay. I'm a vegetarian, so no meat is in mine. Okay. Makes me want to go soak some red beans and make some red beans and rice. Okay. Um, sounds nice. That's the thing. People come here from the East Coast or Southern California and think it's cold here during the spring and summer here. I live in a hippie state, so we adapt easily. Okay, I'm placing an online order ASAP. I'm going to make this. Okay, I'll ship it to you. Look, I got it on my face. Um, I'm a vegetarian, so no meat mine. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to make this. It will ground turkey. Yeah, you can make it with ground turkey. Sure could. With no problem at all. Sure could. So you ladies think I done a good job? And it just, the aroma in the house is just like heaven, the way it smells. Tiger, go ahead and soak you some red beans and get it done. Also, I want to thank you for inspiring me to restart my channel. I am glad. So what's the name of your channel? And I'll go and subscribe to you. Is the Tiger Goddess Chronicles the name of your channel as well? And I'll go and subscribe to you. I'm new. This is probably my third or fourth video. And I'm still new. I'm still learning. And I'm just jumping out on faith. Just to have something to do. Yes, it is. Okay. I'll go and subscribe to you when I get off of here. I'll get off and go subscribe to you. I'm not sure what it is about you that reminds me of myself, but you have. Oh, thank you. It must be the beauty, honey. It must be the beauty. I'm just joking. It's we just doing it. We don't know what we're doing or how we're gonna do it. We just gonna do it. I've been going through a lot and want to share my life journey because I know I'm not the only one and want to help. Exactly. Exactly. I had to stop the other night when we were talking about um relationships and exes. I had to stop and pull myself back because I would have had a full blown anxiety attack if I would have kept going because I could feel it coming. But I know that I have been through some things in my life that I can help somebody else along the way. I mean, I had to go through therapy, and I went through therapy for 6 years. And I know that going through therapy, if it helped me, I can take what I learned and I can help somebody else along the way. And I haven't gotten there yet, but I will get there. Um, Especially those goddesses that are postmenopausal. Yes. My last channel was cannabis related and couldn't get monetized. Oh, okay. Yeah, you have a hard time with that cannabis related. Yeah. Well, they like to call it rosemary. That's what they call it, rosemary. But there's other things that I know that's in your life that you've been through that you can talk about. I'm going through that right now after 56 years of doing it on my own. Yeah. Yeah. I had to go through counseling for 6 years. And finally they told me, you know what? It's time for you to take a break. You've gone through this for 6 years. You've been through the same thing over and over and over again. And I began to get bored with it. And I would sit in class and I'd be like this because I was bored with hearing it and talking about it. I didn't want to hear it anymore. I was bored with it. And they told me to take a break and I could come back whenever I felt like I needed to. And I told my mom, I'm not going back because the best thing that helped me was church. I know that at any time I have a question or I need to talk to somebody about anything, I can talk to my mom. I can call both of my aunties. I can talk to my pastor. I can talk to my assistant pastor. And I get more of a solid answer out of them than I did with counseling. Retirement was a real reality check for me. No distractions. You know what really got me as well? after I worked a job for 7 years, I was good enough to train everybody that came in the door. First of all, I had only been there 2 weeks, and they wanted me to retrain everybody that had been there, even those that had been there 6 and 7 years. But then they came up with this thing of, they was doing management making supervisors. And while they was making supervisors, I put in for it, but I couldn't get the job. But I was good enough to train the ones that got the job. That was a real piss for me. That just blowed my mind. I was so upset. And I've been on disability ever since I left Google Data Center in Lenore. It took me 4 years to get my disability, but by the grace of God, I finally got it. I'm a minister's daughter. I'm not a Christian, but my spiritual path in cannabis has been my saving grace. I'm a minister's daughter as well. I am. Yep, I'm a minister's daughter. Or as they like to, or as they, yeah, and my back pay. As they like to call me, I'm a PK kid. Yep, 4 years. But the back pay wasn't as great as I thought it was going to be, because in between that back pay, I received 2 settlements from work. So they took that into consideration. Yeah, I received 2 settlements, and both of them was over $15,000. So they took that into consideration. But when you really stop and look at it, $15,000 is not a lot of money. Well, it was over 15,000, but that's not a lot of money. And an Air Force brat and adopted. Okay, we adopted my brother, but you look at him, you wouldn't tell it. He knows his biological mama. He knows his brother and his sister. He hangs out with both of them. He hangs out with all of them, but he'll let you know, this is my sister, this is my mama, this is my daddy. He lets you know real quick who his family is. We're his family. But his brother has adopted us as his family as well. Hold on, somebody's outside blowing the horn. Hold on. I don't know who that was. No, not really after you pay bills. You're right. You're right. I remodeled a house. My parents gave me my grandmother's house, and I remodeled that house. So it wasn't a lot of money after I remodeled the house. I stayed in it 7 years, and then I moved out. And I moved back down into my other house, and I've remodeled it. So no, it's not a lot of money. Let me check the beans. Hold on. Okay, they're looking good. Yeah, it's not a lot of money, because you have all those doctor bills that are piled up while you didn't have money. Trust me, I've gone through the valley. I've been at food banks, applied for food stamps. I've been there and done it. I've chased food banks down. And one day I've gone to 3 or 4 food banks to get food. My brother moved in with me. He just got out of prison, and he had his kids. He has 3 of his kids, and I chased 3 or 4 food banks down in one day to try to have enough food for all of us to eat. So yeah. Tiger Goddess, do y'all have shells like this on y'all's beach? Been there, done that. Yep. Do y'all have shells like this on your beach? I'd like to have some. Well, we call them cuffs. I've got them all over my head. This one's been here ever since I started my hair. I've got 2 that have grown into my hair. I won't let them cut them out. The hair's grown into them. I said, nope, you can't cut them out. Leave them just like that. I am going out there next Tuesday for 2 days. I'll see if I can find any. Oh, great. Okay. Great. Okay, I'm going to give y'all another look at the beans in the oven. Then I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to go straighten up my bedroom. I want you to look at this one that's boiling. Now I'll just cut the oven off. And I'll just let them sit in the oven. And they'll be fine. I'll cut the oven off and they'll be fine. It's been nice talking to everybody. Okay, wait a minute. My husband and I own and operate an adult foster care home for the mentally ill, and we need a break. Okay, I can understand that. I take care of a young lady that has autism for her dad. He takes care of her. Her mom's not in her life. So I take care of her for her dad to give him a break. And she's a handful. She's 19. How many clients do you have? Cool. I told you there was something about you. Yeah, you did. You did. Five. Okay. What's their ages? Are they older or younger? And the house manager. Oh wow. Yeah. I used to work for in a group home. We had 8 in a group home. I used to work in a group home of mentally ill adults and was a house manager. Wow. They're all in their 40s and 50s. Yep. And they all have their little ism kisms too. They share rooms or they all have their own room. And I'm a death doula. Oh gosh. You have a lot going on. All have their own rooms. Okay, the ones we had, some of them, there was two two of them that shared a room, and then there was two that had to have their own room. The two youngest ones was able to share a room, but then the two older ones had to have their own room. Wow. We were lucky enough to find a 7-bedroom house. Yeah, that's a big house. A 7-bedroom house, that's a huge house. State regulations, especially for some mental conditions. Yeah, exactly. They won't allow the sharing of rooms. Wow. Here in North Carolina, they let them share a room. You can share a room. but for some mental conditions, they don't allow it. Yeah. We had two that had to have their own rooms, but they were thieves. But they still would end up going in somebody else's room stealing stuff. Wow. One just popped off because I was messing with it. Now I have to put it back on. Stop playing in your hair, girl. Yeah, we have to have locks on the doors, and the clients keeps their keys. Yeah. Wow. Wow. Well, I guess that's what brings us together, Tiger. And I done that at a very young age. I was probably in my late 20s, early 30s. I'm 53 now, so yeah, I was in my late 20s, early 30s when I done that. Alrighty, goddesses, the roses are hitting me. Gonna take a nap. All right, okay, everybody. Thank you for coming in and joining. I appreciate it. I hope to see you again. And as always, peace and soul. I love you. Have a good evening. I'll be back later on. Bye bye.